Okay, good morning student. Last class we have discussed about geography lesson number 1, lithosphere first and endogenic process. In the previous class we have discussed about what do you mean by sedimentary rock and what do you mean by metamorphic rock, how the sedimentary rock formed, similarly how the metamorphic rock formed, an example for sedimentary rock and example for sedimentary and metamorphic last class we discussed. Then what do you mean by rock cycle? Rock cycle means a continuous process and it is process happening on the igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Already I told you. Okay, listen. Okay student. Then and what do you mean by internal process and what do you mean by external process we are discussed. Internal process mean inside of the earth some of the lines form created by the layer of the earth like a crust, mantle and core. Similarly exogenic process, that means endogenic or exogenic process. Exogenic process means due to their water, that means running water, glacier, wind, those are also create some landforms on the earth surface like depositional landform and erosional landform. So this is the last class we have discussed. But now in this class we are going to see internal process. What is that? Internal process. What do you mean by internal process? Mean due to the internal process it generate heat. First what they are producing? Heat producing. Then it exit the material from the deep earth crust and also it exit வெளியேற்றுகிறது some of the material from where mean inside or the deep earth crust. Okay, internal process mean it produce or it generate the heat first point. Second one, it exit the material from the deep earth crust. Okay, then what is the main source of the power to the internal process? Internal process க்கு எது மெயினான சோர்ஸ்? மெயினான சோர்ஸ் என்ன? மெயினான பவர் கொடுக்கக்கூடிய சோர்ஸ் எதுன்னு கேட்டா which is the main source for the internal process mean internal radioactivity. What is that? Internal radioactivity. Due to the internal radioactivity the internal process gets power to the mantle and the core and then crust. Do you understand? That is the internal process. Internal process means what they producing, heat producing, what they exit, some of the material exit from the deep, from the earth crust. Then what is the main sources? I told you main sources for the internal process. What is that? Internal radioactivity. That's all about the internal process topic. Next important topic, plate tectonic. What do you mean by plate tectonic? On the earth surface lithosphere divided into number of huge slab of the rock we called as tectonic plate. Lithosphere என்னது earth crust உடைய மேல் பார்ட் தான் நம்ம lithosphere பண்ணுவோம். The lithosphere divided into number of the huge slab, உயரமான slabs கூட flat surfaceல இருக்கு இல்லையா, அந்த slabs நிறைய இருக்கும் of the rock. இந்த பாறை மேல இருக்கக்கூடிய மிகப்பெரிய இந்த rock slabs தான் என்ன சொல்றாங்க? Tectonic plates. So it is one of the short answer. What do you mean by tectonic plate? Not a plate tectonic, tectonic plates. The tectonic plates divided into major plate and minor plates. The tectonic plate divided into what is that? Major plates and minor plates. Each and every major and minor plate float independently over on the mantle. இப்போ என்ன பண்ணாங்கன்னா இருக்கக்கூடிய மேஜர் பிளேட்ஸும் சரி அது மைனர் பிளேட்ஸும் சரி ஏதாச்சும் மிகப்பெரிய பிளேட்ஸ் பிளேட்ஸ்னு ஆல்ரெடி நான் சொல்லியிருப்பேன் இல்லையா, பிளேட்ஸ் மீன்ஸ் வாட் கான்டினென்ட் சொல்லுவாங்களே, அந்த மேஜர் பிளேட்ஸும் சரி மைனர் பிளேட்ஸும் சரி தே ஆர் ஃப்ளூட் மீன்ஸ் வாட் மிதக்கிறது இண்டிபெண்ட்லி ஓவர் ஆன் மேண்டில் பார்ட்டில் எவ்ரி பிளேட்ஸ் ஆர் ஃப்ளூட்டிங் இண்டிபெண்ட். யார் ஒன்று ஜாயின் பண்ணி மிங்கிள் பண்ணாமல் இண்டிபெண்ட் தனியாகவே என்ன பண்ணுது, ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி பிளேட்ஸ் ஆர் floating on the mantle. Okay, what is the plate tectonic exit? What are the two type of the plate? Minor plates and then major plates. Each and minor plate and major plate float on independently where? On the mantle. The next important topic, information, collision of these plates. What is that? Major plates or minor plates, they are collision. Collision means what? Uraidal. That is ஒன்றோடு ஒன்று மோதிக்கொள்ளுதல். Due to the collision of these plates, they are created mountain ranges and other irregular surface on the land or ocean floor. Do you understand? Due to the collision of these plates, collision means what? Hitting each other, ஒன்றோடு ஒன்று மோதுவதன் காரணமாக they are created. அது என்னது? ஒரு வகையான நில அமைப்புகளை உருவாக்குது. They are created mountain ranges, மலைப்பகுதிகளை உருவாக்குகிறது. And other irregular place, ஒரு ஷேப் இல்லாத மற்ற நில அமைப்புகளையும் உருவாக்குது. Where? எங்க உருவாக்குதுன்னா on the land, on in the ocean floor. நிலத்திலையும் உருவாக்குறது, ஓஷன் ஃப்ளோர் சொல்லக்கூடிய கடல் மட்டத்திலையும் என்னது உருவாக்குறது. எது? பிளேட்ஸ். This process we called, இந்த ப்ராசஸ் தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்றேன், this process we called as plate tectonic. Or you understand? Do you the difference between tectonic plate-க்கும் and plate tectonic உங்களுக்கு டிஃபரன்ஷியேட் தெரியணும். plate tectonic plates நான் லித்தோஸ்பியர்களுக்கு நம்பர் ஆஃப் பிளேட்ஸ் சொன்னது நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம், tectonic plates சொல்லுவோம். பட் plate tectonic mean due to the collision of this plate, the collision of the plate, they are creating some landform, like mountain ranges or irregular surface. எங்க ரெண்டு இடத்துலயும் on the land or ocean floor. ocean floor லையும் உருவாக்குது, landல உருவாக்குது. In this process we called as plate tectonic. What is that? Plate tectonic அப்படினு சொல்றாங்க. Okay, this movement of the plate tectonic generate or produce thermal energy from the mantle part. அப்ப இந்த plate tectonic மூவ்மெண்டால என்ன கிடைக்குதுன்னா மேண்டில இருந்து நமக்கு என்ன கிடைக்குது, thermal energy கிடைக்குது. Do you understand what is the plate tectonic? I said by the movement of plate tectonic it generate or produce thermal energy from mantle. thermal energy நமக்கு கிடைக்கிறது. So what is the best example for plate tectonic? plate tectonic உடைய காரணமாக எதை நம்ம clear understand பண்ணிக்கணும். what you clearly understand with the movement of plate tectonic mean earthquake, நிலநடுக்கம், and volcanoes, எரிமலை வெடிப்பு. So this is the best example for plate tectonic. plate tectonicனால என்ன நில அமைப்புகள் உருவாகுதுன்றதுக்கு clear-ஆ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணனும்னா what is that? earthquake and volcanoes. நீங்க கூட பாத்தீங்களா plates வந்து collision ஆகுதுன்னா எடுது suddenly என்னது earthquake ஏற்படுது. அந்த earthquake தான் அந்த causes for volcano. அந்த நிலநடுக்கம் ஏற்பட்ட உடனே தான் எடுது எரிமலை வெடிக்கிறதுக்கான காரணங்கள் வருது. So this is the what is that? plate tectonic. plate tectonic mean I told them the lithosphere divided into number of huge slab of the rock, we called it another tectonic plate. tectonic plate to further another major and minor. This each and every major and minor plate எப்படி float ஆகும் சொன்ன independently float ஆகும். float means what? மிதக்கும் அப்படினு சொன்ன. வேர் எங்க மிதக்கும்? மேண்டல்ல மிதக்கும். So இதோட the lithosphere over sir tectonic plates over. Then what do you mean by plate tectonic? Now collision of the plates, they are producing ரெண்டு உராயுதல் அல்ல மோதுவதன் காரணமாக உருவாகக்கூடியது தான் என்னது மவுண்டன் ரேஞ்ச், அது irregular phase, அதனுடைய காரணமாக வரக்கூடியது தான் என்னது plate tectonic. இந்த மூவ்மெண்ட்ல நமக்கு என்ன கிடைக்குது? what we get from this movement? thermal energy from the mantle. example for the plate tectonic, earthquake and volcanoes. That's all about the plate tectonic and the internal process. Next we are going to important topic, types of plate boundaries. types of plate boundary. என்னன்னா plate boundariesலாம் இருக்குன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா we have three type of the plate boundaries. first one convergent boundaries, second one divergent boundaries, third one conservative or transform boundaries. Do you understand what are the three type of the plate boundary? convergent boundary, divergent boundary, then conservative or transform boundaries. Okay, now one by one we will discuss what do you mean by convergent boundaries. convergent boundary means what? this type of here the plates are move each other. என்ன பண்ணுங்க plates என்ன பண்ணா for example here ஒரு plates then here ஒரு place, they are plates move each other, நேரோடு மோதிர மாதிரி வரும் plates ஒன்று மோதிர மாதிரி வரும். so they are here left side one plates and right side one plates. Sir, how the plates are moving? The both plates are moving each other. So, when the plates are moving each other, one plates are sink, another plates are up. Appo move the listen, look at this is one plate, this is one more plate. The two plates are moving each other. When they moving each other, one plates are sink another another one plates are moving on flute. This is called as, what is that? Convergent boundary. What is that? Convergent. Where the sink of plates are moving. That the plates, the sink mulugudo, that place be called as subduction zone. What is that? Subduction zone. Do you understand? What do you mean convergent? I explained. Two plates are moving each other. One plates are sinking, another plates are moving. That is called as a subduction zone. Example for the convergent boundary, four mountain Himalayas. Himalayas சொல்றேன் இல்லையா, அதுக்கு பேர் தானே அது convergent boundary உருவான mountains. இதுனா four mountain Himalaya best example for convergent boundaries. Next, another important our boundaries of plate, divergent boundary. Divergent boundary mean, here listen, here plate full away each other. என்ன பண்ணும்? full இழுக்கும் அல்லது தள்ளும். எப்படி என்ன பண்ணும்? நேரா full or pushing. Magma pushes up from the mantle. அப்ப என்ன பண்ணும்? magma என்ன பண்ணா mantle என்ன பண்ணும்? push பண்ணும். What is that? Push. So this is called as, in this boundary பேர் என்ன சொல்றாங்க? Divergent boundaries. Or you understand? இங்க plates எப்படி இருக்கும்? For example, left side one problem and right side. Two plates are வரப்பது என்ன பண்ணும்? ஒன்னு தள்ளும், இன்னொன்னு இழுக்கும். So one full or pushing. ஆனா magma என்ன பண்ணும்? Magma pushes from the mantle. Mantle and the magma push பண்ணும். So that is the kind of the boundary we call as the divergent boundaries. What is that? Divergent boundaries. Example for divergent boundary, mid-Atlantic ridge. What is that? Mid-Atlantic ridge. So convergent boundaries over. Then divergent boundaries over. Then third type of the boundary, conservative or transform boundaries. What is that? Conservative or transform boundaries. Here plates slide, not a plates, a plate slide, and the slide move horizontally fast each other. இங்க எப்படி move on plates பாத்தீனா, listen, here one plates, here one plates, and slide எப்படி move பண்ணும்? horizontally அப்படியே சாய்வாக தான் என்ன பண்ணும்? move ஆகும். ஒன்னு மேல அப்படியே சாய்வா move ஆகிட்டே போகும். Okay, that is the conservating or transform boundaries. Do you understand? But remaining boundaries, the plates over, one plates are moving or another pair are waving, that is a divergent. But a convergent boundary, one plates are sinking, another plates are moving, that is the convergent. But conservative and transform boundaries, and then a plates of it's moving horizontal position move out. Vertical செங்குத்து, horizontal சாய்வாக move ஆகும். Fast each other. ஒன்னு சாஞ்சிட்டு இன்னொன்னு அப்படி move ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். So that is called as, what is that? Conservative or transform boundaries. Example for conservative and transform boundary mean San Andreas fault. What is that? Trans Andreas fault is the best example for conservative or transform boundaries. So this is the three type of the boundaries. What are the three type of the boundary mean? Once again remembering, convergent boundaries, divergent boundaries, and third one conservative or transform boundaries. Do you understand? These are the three type of the boundaries. Next important topic we are going to discuss now, movement of the continental plates. The continental plates, how many continents? 7 continents. How the continental plates are moving? எப்படி அது மூவ் ஆகுது அப்படினு பார்க்க போறோம். Due to the later compressional force, plates are moved upward and downwards. Do you know? Upward arrow mark, that is it denotes the upwards, and arrow mark put down mean downwards. Due to the compressional force காரணமாக plates எப்படி மூவ் ஆகுது? How the plates are moving? Plates are moving upwards, some plates are moving downwards. This is called as, in this process we called as folding. What is that? Folding. In the movement the plates upward downward move ஆனா அந்த ப்ராசஸ்க்கு பேர் தான் what we call folding. And the folding happening mountain side in the folding நடந்தா what is that? For mountain side in the folding நடந்தா that is called as fold mountain. என்ன சொல்லுங்க மடிப்பு மலைகள் சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா lofty fold mountain. And also it create lofty mountain range Himalayas. அதுதான் என்ன lofty mountain range Himalayaவை உருவாக்குது. So what do you mean by the folding mean? Due to the compressional forces the plates are always moving upward and downwards. This is called a folding. In this process happening in the mountain area mean that is the mountain folding. Example for the whole mountain mean mount ranges Himalayas. So student, in this class what we are discussed there? Internal process. What do you mean by internal process? I said there what is producing and main sources for the internal process mean internal radioactivities. I said the next plate deadening. What is deadening plate first explained. Then what do you mean by plate deadening explained. Deadening, what is the main difference between plate deadening and the deadening plates mean? Plate deadening mean collision of the plates. But here number of the huge slab on the rock we call it as the deadening plates but here two plates are collision மோதிக்கொள்வதான சொல்றாங்க plate deadening சொல்றேன். So okay, example for the plate deadening I said earthquake and then volcanoes I told and then next what we discussed types of the plate boundary. We have discussed three type of the boundaries. One is the convergent boundary, second one the divergent boundary, third one conservative or transform boundary. Example for convergent boundary fold mountain Himalayas, then divergent boundary mid Atlantic range example. Third one conservative or transform boundary, what is the example? San Andreas fault. The last topic what discussed movement of the continental plates, how the continental plates are moving upward and downward. Why? What is the reason? Due to the compressional forces. So this process we call this in the geography அது என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா folding. What is that? Folding. In this process happening in the mountain areasல இது நடந்தா அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன சொல்றாங்க fold mountain. Example for the fold mountain கேட்டாங்கன்னா what is that? Mountain Himalayan range. So that's all about the today classes. We will see again next classes. Thank you.